Well, I got involved with the Ramp-A-Thon the first year that it was being developed, and my interest was in, from the design standpoint, I was interested in helping people to have access to and from their homes, which is such a basic need that most of us don't think about it. But being able to actually leave your house easily and without assistance is not something that everybody can do. So from the very beginning, that was one of the motivating factors, was just to help people be able to get in and out of their homes. I've tried over the years to make sure that everybody understands these are not wheelchair ramps, they are accessibility ramps. We were asked to build a ramp for a woman who did in-home child care for special needs children. And so there were several children within her care that had difficulty with walking or may have had other disabilities. But she had only one step at the front of her house and one step at the back of her house. We were able to provide a ramp to get the children into her home without even that 8-inch step, and then to get out the back of her house to her play equipment, which was a difficult task for some of the children.
It was an elderly couple. She had cerebral palsy and wasn't able to get around very well. Wasn't quite into a wheelchair yet, but it was to the point where she was going to go into a wheelchair. And we did the ramp for her, but it was also for him, because he was not very well, and he wasn't able to help her, you know, as far as assisting her to walk anymore. So that was what the purpose of it was. And it was great. We had a good time. Really nice people, you know. Very thankful, extremely thankful. Just loved it. You know, loved them. They were just great.
Yeah, I was involved as a team captain during the first year of the Ramp-A-Thon, and I joined that primarily perhaps through empathy for my sister, who was disabled, who's passed away recently, and working with the person we built the ramp for, who had a motorcycle accident and was very limited in his mobility, had a very steep access into his home. I found it very rewarding to help him out.
My role with the Ramp-A-Thon is to do site visits, to take the applications that we receive from people, then go out, actually do interviews and do site visits, and to prepare an idea of what a possible ramp might look like, which direction it might go, how long it would need to be, any terrain issues or things that need to be considered in the home. Is it the primary door entrance? Is it a secondary door? So I get to go out and evaluate all of those things and then present those to the builders so that they have a little bit of an idea before they start on what they're getting into.
Yeah, it can be, you know, somewhat expensive. The ramp that we did wasn't too extraordinary, so it wasn't extremely, but yeah, it cost money and time both.
And out of pocket, I probably spent about $1,700. Unfortunately, I had some people contribute some time, framers and concrete workers and material supplymen. We first of all had to go out and pre-plan the job, acquire the materials, which took several days. There's a specialized decking product that we used. We had to pre-pour some concrete for the spill-off area.
We had about 2 days invested, 1 day prepping and doing some concrete work, and then the second day when we built it, we had a real good turnout of helpers. You know, if you check onto the photos, you'll see that Tony DeBone was there with us working. Some of the county employees were there working with us. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. We had pizza and, of course, some soft drinks and donuts, and you know, everybody had a lot of fun.
Working with the builders on the Ramp-A-Thon has been a great experience. They are all professionals. They know what they're doing. There have been at least 3 situations where we have gone into somebody's home where they have a ramp already, and it is either getting old and falling apart, or in a couple of places it's just too steep. And the builders know what they're doing. So when they go in to build a ramp, it's going to be shallow enough that people won't have difficulty getting up the ramp. They take into account door thresholds, they take into account where it ends, is it close to the driveway, is it near a sidewalk, all of those things. And so they've been great to work with in terms of just they understand what they're doing.
But it's a well-deserving project. I think it's needed. I think actually it needs to be expanded. I really believe that we need to expand it into a larger proportion. Need more ramps built, more people helped. Because I think it's a good project. I really believe in it.
It's always such an incredible situation to see how a simple thing like a ramp can make a big difference. I think about one man, and he was, I'm thinking in his 30s or 40s maybe. He had 2 children in elementary school. He could not get out of his house to go with them to ball games to help in the school. After his ramp was built, he was able to do that. He had a van that he could drive himself. He could go assist the kids in their classroom. He could go to their games. And it was such a life-changing moment. And I think that's part of what keeps the builders going, is they see what a difference, what a significant, big difference they can make in people's lives with something that seems as simple as a ramp.